Hey guys, welcome back. I'm just going to drop off a real quick video and it has to do with storing rice. Nothing super interesting, just thought I would leave this video with you because it's what I'm doing today. We're on the eve of 2023 and who knows what it will bring for us, but it's going to bring whatever we make of it, I guess. So I just want to keep on encouraging you guys to prep, keep stockpiling all throughout the year of 2023 and beyond, regardless of what happens. I have my black-eyed peas and collard greens on the stove because apparently in the South that is a thing, and I had no idea until I moved down here. But apparently this is something to bring in the New Year's, and it looks like just a bunch of sloppy blob, but it is delicious, and I'm going to enjoy that probably tomorrow when I have to work. I'll bring this into my work, people. This bucket of jasmine rice here was packaged in 2020, so that's literally when I first started prepping. I should have put a month on there. I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that it was maybe summertime, June or July of 2020. So it's been over 2 years, 2.5 years that it's just been sitting in this bucket. And this is, you can tell it's used because the little plastic seal thing is off of it. This was an icing bucket from Publix that I rinsed out very, very thoroughly, sanitized, and then just dumped some rice in. And, you know, some people are like, well, how long does rice last? And they say it only lasts a couple of years. If you want it to last longer, it has to be in Mylar bags. This is not in Mylar bags or any kind of packaging, but I'm going to open it up and show you just to check. I mean, we'll find out together. Does it have bugs in it? Is it okay? Does it look normal? And the reason I'm busting into that backup bucket is because this is my normal, this is like my working pantry. This is my normal rotational rice. So I have jasmine rice in here and long grain rice in here. And yes, those are pretty big bins because I go through a lot of rice. Grew up in Hawaii and rice is kind of a staple side dish. So I go through a lot of it. And these, as you can see, are little like dog food storage things. If I can find them, I'll link it in the comment section down below. I got them on Amazon. They were pretty cheap when I got them. It just has a gamma lid, which is easy to come off, and there's like a rubber gasket there to keep it airtight. And as you can see, I'm down to like nothing. So I got to restock this, and I'm going to use my 2020 rice to do that. Okay, let's see if I can get this lid off without breaking my nail. Okay, so I forgot I had done this. I put oxygen absorbers in there. These are probably 200 cc's, and there's 4 of them in there. And then I also put bay leaves in it. In my opinion, this rice is absolutely perfect. I don't see any signs of any critters in there. It feels and looks like just perfect rice. I think this is totally good to go. So I do think that this method of packing rice is perfectly suitable. I put the oxygen absorbers in there just as a extra precaution, but you probably don't even have to. And it's only been 2.5 years, you know. This is not like a 5-year experiment or anything to see how it would do. But I'm going to go ahead and dump all of this into my everyday use rice bucket. And I just spilt rice all over the kitchen floor. Which brings up a childhood memory of when I was bad one time. It must have been pretty bad because my mom decided it was a good idea to be the tough mom and put some rice on the floor, and she made me kneel in the corner with my knees on the rice. It didn't last too long because I think she felt bad and she wound up stopping that timeout method and gave me a different timeout method. Okay, so now my everyday use bucket has been filled, and that's 25 pounds of rice in there, and you can see there's quite a bit left. I could probably fit another 15 pounds or so of rice in this container. So if you're interested in these containers, I think for the price to have a gamma lid like it did, they're great. They're great for storage of any kind of dry items like this, beans, oats, you know, that kind of thing. So now that I've restocked my working pantry rice bin, I'm going to go ahead and add this long grain rice to the bin that I just emptied. It says 25 pounds just because it was already on there, but it's only going to have 20 pounds in it. and I labeled it 12-2022 long grain, so I know what's in here. This rice has been in my deep freezer for 4 days, and then after that I removed it and it's been out for over a week to make sure it completely dries and there's no moisture or humidity in here. When I'm storing rice in buckets without Mylar bags, I do the freezing process. And I'm going to go ahead and put the oxygen absorbers into the bucket as well. When you're using oxygen absorbers with a bucket, and this is just my method, this is just what I do, but make sure it has a rubber gasket. Otherwise, there's nothing for it to seal in. I mean, there's no way for it to seal in, and you're just going to be absorbing all the oxygen in the outside environment. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. So I'm literally just going to pour it straight into my cleaned bucket. And that's how much it fills it up to. So I could probably put another 5 pounds or so in there, but for now I'm just gonna seal it and leave it be. Right here I have my oxygen absorbers. These ones are 400 cc's. Whenever I'm done with them, I put them in a mason jar like this and label it. And then for me, it makes it easy when I say for a quart size jar or gallon bag, just so I know what size package to use these oxygen absorbers in. But I'm gonna use probably 4 or 5 of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and use 5. You can see the little, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the little indicator tab is pink, which means it's not exposed to oxygen. This will turn purple very shortly. So let's go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I literally just throw them on top like that. Put this back in here, put my indicator back in, and seal it up. And then, I'm not doing bay leaves this time, so it's just going to go in like that, and I'm going to pop this shut, make sure it is entirely sealed. And because of that gasket under the lid, when the oxygen absorbers start working, it should kind of seal this down, and theoretically no outside air should get in. And I'm probably going to leave this in here for another 2 years until I need it. And that's about it, guys. That's an easy way to store rice. Don't make excuses. Rice is inexpensive and one of the best things that you can stock up. You guys have a great, safe night, and I'll see you next year.